Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. Doge and the Musk email. Did y'all see that last week? Tickled me to death, man. I couldn't understand it, to be honest with you. He sent that email out to everybody in the government wanting to know what they did the last five things they did last week. I don't understand why it upset anybody, to be honest with you. I mean, that's what companies do all the time. I don't reckon you send in what 5 things you accomplished or not, but you constantly getting checked on whether you're pulling your weight or not, whether you're doing your job or not. And companies always have daggone outside auditors come in making suggestions where they can cut back. They want to get leaner and meaner is what they want to do. So I don't understand why the government ain't held to the same standard. I guess technically they're supposed to be. They got some kind of, what is it? I don't know. Can't remember it. No, it slipped my mind right offhand. Government Accountability Office, whatever. It's supposed to be doing that all along. But they can't do it because they're part of the government, man. You know, you need an outside source, third party, to come in there and do it. And that's the same way every other company does it. The government ain't nothing but a big daggone company. They're providing a service for our tax money is what they're doing. And if they got some fat to cut, whether it be employees or services or whatever, I mean, they need to cut it. It's every dollar they save saves me. It either saves me money or it allows them to provide better services to me, a citizen. That's the way I look at it. And to be honest with you, I think the ones that are so upset about it are the ones that know they got a job that's not really needed in the government. So of course they're going to be worried. But the ones that actually have an actual job and they do good at it, they ain't a bit concerned. But you always hear from the minority, man. I ain't saying there's a bunch of that fat waste in there, but there is some, and it could make a big difference. It's just like you got one cop that goes bad. I mean, all cops aren't bad, but you do have an element in there that are. It's the same for the government. The thing is, a lot of them politicians got their hand in the till, man, and they're getting kickbacks. There's no way you can explain to me how loaded them people come out of office as. They're getting kickbacks, special favors, or they get inside information on stuff. Because you'll see them, they'll go in there and they ain't worth a whole lot of money. They come out and they're loaded, man. Multiple houses and a little dab of money here, a little dab of money there, and I mean it's unreal. It's got to be a career instead of a full-time career instead of just a part-time career. They get up in there and they know that if they do pay special favors to somebody, they're going to get a kickback from them some kind of way. They're not up in there just to do good for the country anymore. That's been gone for decades, years. Now they're up in there for power and money. Simple as that. That's why they won't ever pull the trigger on Social Security, and that abortion thing. It ruined a lot of people because it takes an actual person who wants to do right by the country to make tough decisions like that, because they know they're going to get voted out of office for it. Politician is up there to get another vote and keep that money train rolling. Simple as that. They don't care about regular people. I don't know how many of them actually care about the country as a whole. By balancing our books, that makes us stronger as a country. We have that money whenever a natural disaster happens. We have that money in order to help somebody out overseas somewhere, instead of having to write an IOU for that mess, and then it puts us deeper in debt. I don't know. I don't understand it. But I think he's doing right. It's no different than any other company does in the whole world. You know, you got to be accountable for what you do. And we ain't had that in a long time. So I'm all for it. And you know, he can't do nothing anyways. He's just an auditor. He's just taking a look and giving advice to where he thinks the government can cut back on. Whether it be in office, personnel, wasted money. I got no problem with it at all. And I got people that work for the government. I know people, relatives, friends. So you know, but I mean, that's the way it goes, man. There's no job that is secure. I don't care whether you're working for the government or whether you're working for a private company. You're just a number and you're there to do a job. If that job is no longer needed, well, then they need to let you go. You can't, you know, it boggles my mind the government thinks they can keep running on a deficit like they do. You got any other company in the world that operates like the U.S. government, they out of business, doc. But the government's got an advantage. They print money. The company can't do that. I don't know. It was just something recently that got me to thinking. I'm just out here goofing off today. It's a pretty day. It was up near 70 just about every day this week, man. We had a great week. It cooled off a little bit today. It's only going to be about upper 50s, maybe lower 60s. It's supposed to turn off, Sunday and Monday. I think it's going to be down in the 40s. It's going to cool off. But then it's going to be right back up in the 60s or right close to it. So I think the spring's finally here. The tree's been budding out for, probably 2-3 weeks. Starting to see some daffodils pop through the ground in my neighbor's yard over yonder. So it won't be long. I'll usually wait till the end of the month before I put anything in the garden. But I'm starting some seed now. So somebody asked me in a comment here the other day if I could name 5 things I'd done last week. I told him, no, man, I rarely do 5 things in a week. The only thing I could come up with in the past 2 weeks, man, is, last week I cleaned the bird feeders. And then, I think it was one day this week, me and the baby changed sheets on the bed. I guess it's a good thing I don't work for the government. They can't fire me from being retired. Not that I'm aware of anyways. But hey, man, y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll talk with y'all later.